Hey guys, are you ready to dive into the fascinating world of dopamine? Today we're going to be comparing two books that explore how this neurotransmitter affects our behavior and decision making. Dopamine Nation by John Ratey and The Molecule of More by David Lieberman. First up, let's talk about Dopamine Nation. In this book, Ratey delivers into the science behind dopamine and how it drives our constant search for novelty and pleasure. He argues that this can lead to addiction as we seek out more and more stimulation to get that dopamine hit. But it's not all bad news. The release of dopamine can also increase motivation and focus, helping us to achieve our goals and be more productive. So, where does technology come in? Ratey discusses how the constant notifications and alerts on our devices feed into this cycle of dopamine release and craving for more. He calls for a more mindful approach to our use of technology and how we seek out pleasure and novelty in our lives. Now, let's move on to the molecule of more. In this book, Lieberman explores how companies use techniques to trigger the release of dopamine in our brains, leading us to make impulsive purchases and become addicted to certain products or experiences. From creating a sense of scarcity to offering rewards, companies use a wide range of marketing strategies to increase our desire for their products and services. But it's not just about consumerism. Lieberman also delves into the potential benefits of manipulating dopamine levels, such as using it to treat depression and anxiety. He concludes by calling for a more balanced and mindful approach to using and experiencing dopamine in our lives. So, what's the big takeaway from these two books? Both Dopamine Nation and The Molecule of More show us that dopamine plays a complex and multifaceted role in our lives. It can drive addictive behavior and consumerism, but can also be harnessed for motivation and well-being. It's up to us to be aware of the ways in which dopamine can influence and make conscious choices about how we use it and experience it. As we navigate an increasingly dopamine-driven world, it's important to find a healthy balance and avoid falling into unhealthy patterns of behavior. By being mindful of our dopamine levels and how we seek out pleasure and novelty, we can take control of our brain chemistry and overall well-being. If you enjoyed listening to this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.